we started?
Yeah, we're starting now.
That's
No, I haven't started. Hey, everybody. You are listening to #Nailed It with me, Tova Lee.
And me, Mike Lee.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were going to actually say anything.
I was in there.
You're on the ball, huh? Yeah, you're really alert this evening.
Yeah, we'll go that far, but
No.
I managed that bit.
Are you awake?
So.
Yeah, I'm excited about tonight's podcast. We have quite a serious topic to discuss. Very serious.
Very serious indeed. We're going to handle it very sensitively, aren't we?
Okay. No, I'm guessing we're not.
This is part 2 of the self-help pod. No, it really isn't. Don't listen to any of this.
I wish it was. Maybe it's like we should do a meditation podcast. Everybody was saying you're but everybody's saying, by the way.
What's the feedback?
Oh, yes.
The show's out.
Yes, the show's out. Well, obviously, this is episode 4. What do you want about?
Is it?
Yes.
3 of these?
We have. Yeah, so one of the things that people have been writing in is to say how soothing your voice is. How it's making them fall asleep.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
It's so good.
Yeah, don't be driving then when you listen to this podcast. You might crash. Soothing. I've never been told I've had a soothing voice.
Yes, apparently people think you should do meditation tapes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine a garden. You hear the sound of the trees whistling at the wind. I could do that.
I'm doing the sound effects now.
Okay.
It didn't work. Anyway, Hi, everybody.
Hello.
And thank you for coming back to listen to more of #Nailed It. Today we are talking about a very serious topic indeed. Do you want to say what we're talking about?
Yes, what are we talking about? Oh, wow. Reasons for divorce.
We're talking about divorce in general.
Oh, sorry. That's
Yeah.
what it says. Episode 4. 10 reasons for divorce.
So we're talking about divorce in general. Yeah, and I looked it up. I looked up reasons for
You don't know what divorce is?
No, I do know what divorce is. But anyway, I looked up the main reasons that people get divorced. But before we go over the reasons, because we're going to go over these reasons together.
I thought you were going to say because we're going to get divorced.
No.
That's really putting it all into a podcast.
And I've asked people actually on Instagram to send in some of their, stories about divorce if they had any, which they have. So we're going to read a few of those in a minute. But what I wanted to ask you was, I'm just going to come out and ask you now.
You come out?
No.
I have no idea.
I'm going to come out and ask you if there was at any point in our marriage in the last 10 years that crossed your mind. The D word.
Wow.
Did it ever cross your mind?
Which year should you start with?
Yes, exactly. 1900.
No, that hasn't been.
Really? Ever?
No.
Not even when I was walking around the flat with my boobs out, and with the breast pump and all that? No?
That was weird because you weren't even on a baby at the time.
No, but really, never? There was never a moment?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, that's so cute.
Separate for a few years, but no.
Never. But your parents, had I'm just really intrigued in these things, because I obviously come from my parents, divorced, right? And I actually divorced.
That's right.
That is right. So it's kind of like
from a previous marriage.
I had a previous marriage. Yeah. Yes. So in a way you could say it's in my blood.
Okay. Should I be worried?
No, but do you think that has an effect? Do you think like our parents and stuff like that? Do you think that affects us? Because your parents had an amazing marriage that lasted for years and years and years, right? And
my parents didn't divorce, although I begged them to. No, I think that's a Woody Allen line. That's not one of mine. What was the question again?
I don't know. Like, do you think it has an effect? Jesus.
What? So how it affects if your parent? Yes. How does it affect if you're a child of divorce?
Yes. Do you think you're more likely to potentially get divorced?
I think statistically, yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah.
By the way, you guys
know what it's like. You've been part of it in some shape or form, so you realize it's not as bad as other people think it is, or it's hard. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it has a lot to do with it.
I wonder. I just want to point out to people that we have no idea. So just in case you're taking this as like,
if you're taking notes,
some sort of authority.
If you're doing a thesis on, no, I think no. I'm going to say yes. It does have an effect.
I don't know why the word feces makes me laugh.
Yeah, because you're thinking of feces, aren't you? That's why. Someone said I did a thesis on divorce.
But what's the
It sounds
difference
like you've
between
done a
the
poo
two
on it.
words? But
One's with a THESIS and one is FIECES.
oh, right. But it's basically pronounced the same way.
No, thesis and feces.
It doesn't sound exactly
This is a
the
great
same.
start to a show.
Okay.
5 minutes in, you're talking about shit.
Oh my God. Okay. So listen, I Googled it today and I Googled the top 10 reasons for divorce.
Sorry, if you've
What?
Googled it, why did you just ask me? You literally said, I want to ask you, does this have a reason for divorce? And you've already looked it up. Why did you do that?
I don't
Why did you say, I looked it up and did you know, Mike, that no.
No, wait.
I could be the idiot there who got it completely wrong.
Well, at least one of us comes prepared here,
Yeah, true.
Anyway, so what can you guess? Can you guess what the top reason for divorce? What the number one reason?
Oh, the number one reason why people get divorced.
Yes. Can you guess?
Infidelity.
Did you look at my papers?
No.
No. Oh, yes, you are correct. That is correct. That is the number one reason is people being unfaithful. Do you think that's a good enough reason, though, to get divorced? Like, if I ever cheated on you, would you leave me? I just want to know. Would you, though? Like, do you think that's a good enough reason? Because I'm not sure, No, really, I'm not sure.
But it's up to the people involved how it
Yes.
affects them.
So, like,
It's normally a symptom of something which is more underlying, which is worse, that makes people then go and have affairs.
So why do you
because
think
they're not
people-
happy in their marriages?
Right. So you think that's the only reason people
Not the
would
only
cheat?
reason, but I think it's
They're
the
not
main
happy?
reason. It's just the main reason. So I just slightly burped into the microphone.
But do you think that, like, would you be able to forgive a partner? Not me, okay, but like just in general, do you think you would be able to forgive somebody who was unfaithful?
Till it happens, you don't know, do you?
You see, I can answer that question right now. Like, I could forgive
Really?
100%.
Well, because there's something I need to tell you.
No, but I could because I actually, I could. I think I 100% could.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
think. Yeah,
Just put that out there, didn't you?
yeah, but because I don't. Well, personally, but again, like anybody who was who's had that in their relationship and it was really, something they couldn't get over, then I respect that. You know what I mean?
I think the thing that's not worse than the affair, or whatever, is the lying.
Yeah.
It's the lying
Yeah.
deceit. If someone came out, you might not like it and go, I'm really sorry, I got really pissed last night and a mate stacked it. I don't know, whatever the thing that happened. Really awful. And
Yeah.
at least you being honest as opposed to being
Yeah, totally. I
caught,
agree.
finding out, lying, pretending that you're going somewhere else. I'm just out with a friend tonight. That kind of thing.
And I think
that's worse.
Yeah.
Because then...
And I think for a lot of people, actually, they do recover from like stuff that's just happened, like maybe a one-off or whatever, because I personally, my thoughts about this. Like, I think we, I don't know, we're animals.
Excuse me?
But we are.
What are you talking about?
We're
Talk for yourself.
animals.
We're
No, but
animals.
we are animals.
What?
We are
I
animals.
smell my own shit.
But
What are you on
listen,
about?
the whole idea of marriage and monogamy and all of that
Right.
is something that's like society dictated. Yes, exactly.
We're going very highbrow
I
now.
know, we're getting really highbrow now.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? So I'm like, I get why people have like maybe needs. I
Right.
get that. But the thing that I would struggle with is exactly what you just said. And I think a lot of people would struggle with that. The dishonesty, the going behind the back. And I think also when people have affairs, do you know what I mean? Like long
Plural.
affairs. No, but long,
Oh, right.
like
Long
an
t-
affair
oh, right,
that's like
okay.
a long term.
Not just the one-
and like
one
it's a
night stand.
connection and a relationship. And then that can be really hard, right?
Yes.
And it's a big difference, I think, right?
Wow. Okay. Heavy stuff.
I told you it was a serious
Wow,
topic.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I know not to cheat on you. Okay. Next topic. So next reason. Can you guess?
So-
Did you
Oh,
look?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay. Can you guess what the number 2? Because
Oh my God.
when I googled it, I just want to say
It's,
I was able to guess the top 3, but then after
All right.
that I was lost.
I'm going to go incompatibility.
No.
Oh.
Incorrect. No. It's actually money.
Oh, money.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
money.
yeah,
Yeah. Because money's a big cause for fighting,
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you have like different, I don't
Root of
know.
all evil.
What?
Money is the root of all evil.
Oh,
Some
wow.
people think.
Come on. Where did
just-
that come from?
I just read that on the
Where did that come from?
back of a matchbox.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like a lot of people like have different ideas of how, I don't know what they want to spend their money at.
Well, not just that. I mean, it's the strain of
Yes.
not having money, strain of whatever. One of the partners working, the other not, or both having to work. I presume that's all under the umbrella.
That's one thing,
that
but
is
then
money.
it's like saying that rich people don't get divorced. And actually, statistically, I think rich people get divorced more often, right?
That I don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
you've done the research.
No, I didn't really research
just
very
been
well. I only Googled top
watching old
reasons.
music videos on YouTube today. So, yeah.
No, but seriously, like I think money, you're right, can cause a lot of stress with people. I don't know. I'm trying to like figure out how that works. Actually, I have to say that was one that I sort of didn't really understand. I mean, I did guess it, by the way. I did say yes, money, and then I had nothing else to sort of.
But again,
say
that
about
could
it.
be many things. It could be spending without telling your partner. Gambling, does that come under
Oh
money?
yes, that's a good
Gambling
one. Yeah.
addiction.
Yeah.
You hear about people, gambling away.
But
all
maybe
the
it is
rent
what you
money
said
and the
earlier.
kids' school fees and all that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
under.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
quite a big, weighty topic.
But I think you're right, actually. I think the direction you went with the beginning was correct. When there's money stress, it can put a lot of stress on a relationship, actually.
yeah,
Yeah, totally.
yeah. Someone be made redundant, having no money, all those things.
I'm looking at you, and I don't know if you're
What?
being serious or not.
I'm being serious. I'm trying to be
You're
serious
being
for once.
Okay, we're going to carry on in a minute, but I want to read some of the messages we got. So I
Okay.
posted earlier this week on my Instagram page asking people to send in, anything, any anecdotes, anything they wanted to share with
Their
regards.
feces? No, okay.
No, with regards to divorce. And I got quite a few messages, but I'm just going to read a few, okay? So this lady is, well, I'm only going to go by first names, okay? So, by the way, I'm only ever going to go by first names. So
I'll read out the full name and email address and address. Don't worry about that later.
and the phone number,
I'll post
social
it.
security number.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, so Daniela says, divorced for a second time, just didn't work out twice. There is still a real stigma out there about divorce. I feel like damaged goods sometimes. If I ever meet anyone new, I won't even bother getting married to them just in case it doesn't work out. Do you think that's right? Is there a stigma still?
Is there? I mean, I'm surprised by that. I think in the 50s and 60s, yes, there probably was. Again, in a sort of sexist way, sadly, more for the woman than the man. But nowadays, if you meet someone, blah, 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 are you married? No, I'm a divorcee. You wouldn't go, oh.
So
oh,
if
really?
you were, if you were
What?
single now, or if I divorced you,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you
Yes.
land on your feet.
Oh, thank you. Like a cat.
Would you and you were trying to date and find somebody new? Would you go out with a divorced woman?
Yeah, why not?
Divorcee? Do you say divorcee?
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
No, I don't think it's an issue. I was.
Yeah.
You're such.
I mean, if someone-
I was a divorcee. What are you talking about?
And I went out with you and I married you.
Exactly.
I think if you met someone, they went, I've been divorced 7 times, then you might think there could be some problem here. Why? Then you maybe the alarm bells would be ringing.
So what's the number then? Is 7 the number? Because Daniela has been divorced twice.
I think twice is.
It's still reasonable.
Yeah, twice. I think twice is all right.
I think so.
Yeah, unless she's 17 or something, and I don't know.
No, well, I don't think she is. But yeah, I agree. And, obviously I was married.
Yeah. Why don't you tell everyone about it? Because you keep bringing it up.
I've been waiting for you to ask me so I can bring it up.
Okay, I'll do the soothing voice. Tova, tell the listener what happened when you got divorced.
No, but wait. I feel like a lot of people get divorced because they get, I feel like I got married too young. I was 35.
You were 30s?
No, I wasn't. No, but I met my ex-husband very young,
That's sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't get married like young, but it was, do you get what I'm saying? Like it was like a young relationship. What are you doing?
I'm getting myself a
What are you
glass
doing?
hasn't been used.
Literally, they've all been used. Why?
No, because that's tipped on.
Literally pouring himself
I'm
water, just
I'm parched. Sorry, no, this is the serious bit. Go for it.
So anyway, and
Open up,
I
open
think
up.
getting married early, but also and tell me what you think about this as a theory. Because I got married and then actually got divorced quite quickly after I got married. And somebody said to me, yeah, because I was like, we were together for like 10 years, but only married for like 2 years.
Okay.
And
like, 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we split like a year after we were married.
Out now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
But my point is, somebody then said to me, sometimes some couples need to get married in order to get divorced.
Well, you do hear a lot of people in long-term relationships and this who say...
And you can't break up.
No, it was all great. And then when we got married, then it all started going downhill. What is it about the union, the sort of, religious thing or whatever?
I don't know.
That whole married thing that maybe there's that thing when you're not married in the back of your head, you can walk out whenever you want.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
But when you're married, you know that there's legal things and things have to be sorted out and things divvied up. Maybe that's something to do with it.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people struggle actually to leave marriages because it's such it's a commitment you've made, but also because of the legal stuff, if there are kids involved and stuff like that. But yeah, okay, Daniela, thank you so much for sending in your anecdote.
I'm not Daniela. You're looking at me like I'm Daniela.
Wait, I'm going to read one more and then I want to talk about more reasons. So Shelley said, not a divorce story per se, but I'm currently in a marriage right now and thinking about it. We've grown apart, we don't have anything in common, and we have no sex life whatsoever. I don't know what to do, ? I am so scared of leaving. What if I don't find anyone better? We don't give advice, by the way, but I think that's.
But I'd like to. I think that whole thing about staying because you're worried about you'll never meet someone else is not a good enough reason to obviously stay in a relationship that you're not happy with. That's the whole sort of what if the grass is
scary though,
what
right?
if the grass is greener?
But it is
argument
scary.
is I don't think you can use that. I know a lot of people do, but that's not a good enough reason in my book.
I know, but I get it though. Like I think it's really, really scary.
Did you think you meet someone again?
And
going back to you.
Going back to our previous
because we invariably do. I mean, it's your podcast.
It's our podcast.
Oh, it's our podcast. Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So going back to my experience. I was petrified.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because you thought people wouldn't want to go because you're a divorcee?
I think for a long time I knew the relationship was bad and wrong and not correct and not right for me, but I stayed because of that fear. 100%. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, no, that's not 100%. Like first of all, I still loved him, and that is very difficult to walk away from a relationship when you still love the person, even though you know they're wrong for you. That's so hard. But also, because I was very scared. What if nobody would have me? This is so sad that women think like this, but I was past 30 and I thought I'm so old, like nobody will ever love me, and it was very, very difficult. So I understand, Shelley, but again, drawing from my experience, there was love out there. And I think if you are love and if you have love in you, then you find it.
It's a beautiful thing.
In the end. I know. I feel like a song needs to come on now. Do we have any music? No, I'm kidding. Okay. I'm going to read another reason. Now, this one blew me away. Okay. Number 5 on the list. I've skipped a few, right?
So we've done 2.
Wait.
How many are you going to give me? I want to know how
I'm not going to give you all of them, but listen, I'm going to give you some that I found really interesting. So number 5 on the list was weight gain.
Oh.
Weight gain. Apparently, weight gain is the 5th reason why people get a divorce.
I bet that's more men than women.
Do you think? Guessing. What? Yeah. So men gain the weight, or what? Or
no. I think there's a lot of men out there.
It didn't actually specify. What does it say? In some cases, men
women
weight
obviously
gain causes
have
the other
kids,
spouse
invariably therefore put on weight because they've had children, and men are she doesn't look like when I got married or met before.
I know a lot.
I did a sort of London accent. I have no idea, but I did.
But I know
I can't do any others. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, first of all, the article I read didn't actually specify if it was men or women, and I think people just in general maybe gain weight when they get older, maybe.
Or get married.
Or get married.
I mean, as soon as you got married,
actually, there's a lot of men. There's a lot of men who gain weight after they get married.
We're not in the market anymore. We can just balloon and not give a toss.
And like somebody, maybe I don't know, they before weren't eating like home cooked meals. Maybe now it doesn't really apply to us because
I think most men put on weight when they get married.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're meant to be happy. Why you create happiness with?
That's how you see it. You always see things like so nice. You know, like, oh, I gain weight because I'm happy. I think I gain weight because I'm miserable. You know, like that's so weird. Yeah. That's really how you think?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
Oh, that's really nice. So why have you been losing weight?
Well, I'm not very happy. That's something we'll tell you about it later. Anyway, so that was, you mentioned 3 of 10. I
yes, but wait, that was number 5. I personally...
So you've jumped a couple, but anyway.
Yes, okay, I'll carry on. Okay, number 4, so I'm going back on the list now.
3? You're very confused with the numbers. You went 1, 2, 5, but why can't you just do it normally?
What does it matter? I want to read
because you said the top one, so one of the biggest. It's like a game show. No. I want to get the thing.
We're going backwards. Okay, number 4, right? This is...
Could you do 3?
Wait, this is classic. Is constant arguing. This constant arguing. Yes, apparently that's
shout at me.
Number 4 is constant arguing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know what people argue about the most?
Money, sex, putting on weight.
That's true. But no, they argue about actually really mundane stuff, like the dishes, who took the bins out, whose turn it is. Yeah, everybody does. Yeah. I remember a time that was literally the only communication we had. You know?
That was a fun 2 years.
Yeah, literally 2 years of our life. All we talked about was like, who did what. And
still do a little bit now.
Not really.
The lights.
Just the lights.
Yeah. Did we talk about this on the previous podcast? We did. It was like a running theme. You and the lights.
You and the lights.
Yeah, there's another one that's really annoys me about you.
Tell me.
I think you do. We have, sorry to sort of sidetrack, we have one of those sort of coffee machines with the pods, and we've got the little thing where you heat the, you
yes,
zuzzy up the milk, froth the milk, that's what I'm looking for. You have this really annoying habit of doing it and then not putting it under the tap immediately. So when I come down for my coffee, it's this disgusting, dry, scuzzy milk. The milk's gone all hard, filled with your coffee. Just put it under a tap every time you do it.
Oh my God. I didn't realize it was supposed to do that.
It doesn't clean itself by itself. It's not self-cleaning.
I
put it under some
realize.
water, for Christ's sake.
I didn't realize I was supposed to do that. Oh my God. But, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where were we?
Constant arguing. Yes. So I remember a time when we were constantly arguing about stuff like the dishes and who did what. But no, actually, it wasn't about like
do this. It's like you haven't done
that. It was more about the kids.
DIY.
No, it was more about stuff like with the kids. Everything about the kids. That was what we were arguing about,
you didn't
right?
do this. You didn't.
Yeah. Why'd you do it this way? Like, and that was
this one.
bad.
Oh, happy days.
I know, exactly. But when you are in a relationship where you're constantly bickering, then I don't think it actually says that the relationship is necessarily wrong, but you might be going through something. Because honestly, we had a few years like
young
that, right?
Children, because there's lack of sleep.
Totally. Lack of sleep.
You feel awful.
Yeah, they really ruin everything.
What was number 3? I'm fascinated with number 3. We'll get there in the end. 3rd.
So number 3 was lack of communication.
Oh. Isn't that kind of merged into...
You see why I didn't read it? You see? Next time, trust me, okay? I looked at this list, I knew. But but when they included lack of communication, also how you communicate. Oh. So apparently a lot of people yell at each other.
As you just did then.
They don't. That's true. They don't speak, they yell.
We did a very funny video. Do you remember years ago?
What was it?
We did the funny video when we were sitting on the sofa. And you're asking me stuff, and I'm giving you monosyllabic answers.
Yeah.
Then you ask me a question about football, and I come alive.
Yeah, you still do that, by the way.
Do I?
Totally. Like if I tell you a story and you're watching your TV, you literally you pause the TV.
Yes, true.
Then you'll look at me and you'll say nothing, and you just nod, nod, and I go off on one, and then I'm done, and you like.
I wait a second. I wait in case there's not another bit.
There's nothing.
I'll wait. I'll wait a beat. Finish and play, and then
literally,
and then sometimes I see you deliberately then carry on talking, and I had to pause it again,
like a child.
Yeah.
Yes. So lack of communication is number 3, Mike. Okay, just so you know. Okay,
Wait, there's a few more that I'll read, but I want to read this one. This is a really funny story from another one of our listeners. This is Mary, and she was happy for me to say that she is 47 and from England. Okay, and she says this. This is a funny one. So she goes, I divorced my husband of 25 years after I found out that he was a cross-dresser. He hid it from me my whole time that we were married. I guess I should have known. Due to the fact I always seem to lose new pairs of knickers. Sorry. But maybe I didn't want to know. Anyway, one day I walked in on him wearing a dress and a cheap looking blonde wig and very red lipstick, and everything suddenly made sense. But you know what? The hardest thing, wait, this is serious, was actually knowing that he lied for so long.
I thought you were going to say he looked better than me in my lipstick. Yeah.
Maybe, where am I? Maybe, I'm just like pulling my nose. I'm so sorry. Like I literally need a tissue. Maybe if he had told me so sooner, we had gone our separate ways sooner, and we would have been happier. In any case, we've stayed friends, and we even celebrate holidays and birthdays together for the sake of the kids.
Well, I mean, my instant reaction was to sort of smile, but obviously this was the thing that he couldn't share with or tell her.
Yeah.
So he hid it away, and I think a lot of people hide.
What would you do?
Things like that. What if you're a cross-dresser?
Yeah. Is that a thing?
Yes, you can be a...
what
do you call it? A drag king.
Is that a thing? Are you making it up? Is it?
Yeah, drag king.
So what would you do? Like if you came home and saw me, like, I don't know, dressed as a dude. What would you do? Because you come home and see me dressed as many things. Let's face
slightly
it,
different with you.
Like, would you even notice?
No, you're doing one of your Insta stories. I mean, let's face it, most days when I'm wandering, you are dressed like some kind of clown anyway. So I think that's a bad example asking me.
Oh, I'm going to try that, Like, you're going to come home, I'm going to have, like, a full beard and, Oh, it's going to be so much fun for me.
But anyway, well done. Thank you, Mary, for that.
Yes, thank you very much, Mary. And I'm glad that you are happier now, because it does sound like they've moved on and they are happier. So that is
Obviously
good.
her tights aren't sort of stretched as they used to be or something.
Yes, but at least now you have all your knickers back as well, which is good, right?
Yeah,
she has all her knickers. I wonder if he stretched them and made them. Probably did, right?
Yeah. Becky Gusset.
Okay, we're gonna read one more. So another reason, which actually I found
this is number 6.
So no, number 7. I've jumped to 7 now.
No, I'm to 6.
Okay, 6 was. But wait. So I'll say 6, but then let's jump to 7. Okay, 6 is unrealistic expectations.
Oh, okay. What, of each other, or
I guess so. Oh wait, let me read what it says.
A marriage should be.
Even can be put on a strain in the relationship, leaving you feeling down. Yeah, when you have expectations and your spouse basically doesn't live up to what you expect. I don't think we should have expectations. Do you?
Well, within reason. I mean, you expect them to,
No, I don't think so. I think whenever
shower once in a while.
No, but I don't think they mean stuff like that. I think like when you have expectations, you're just like, no, I don't think it's a good thing. Anyway, next one was lack of intimacy.
That's only number...
Yeah, that's only number 7.
Oh, I thought that would have been higher up.
Which is really, really strange.
Wow.
Yeah, really strange.
Now you have surprised me.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that would have been 2 or
3. With regards to intimacy, this is interesting because I think a lot of... When I said intimacy, was the first thing that came to your mind, was it sex? Be honest. Was it though?
Probably yes.
Yeah, so you see, this is where men and women are different.
Here we go.
Because... No, because it's not. This is the thing. Intimacy
just wants a nice cuddle.
Yes, but it includes not just cuddles. It includes sex, but it includes other things like, nice acts of kindness throughout the day, conversations, a touch. Like, do you know what I mean? No, but I'm saying that because a lot of men don't understand that. So when wives or when women say like, oh, there's no intimacy, miss intimacy, they'll go, but we had sex yesterday. And you're like, that's not what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Isn't that funny?
Men, we've learned something here. If anyone listens to this.
If any men listen to this, that's what your wife means when she says intimacy. No, but I find this really interesting.
Yeah, I find it very interesting too.
So you didn't know this?
I wouldn't have thought it like that, no.
So now you know.
Thank you.
You see?
So even I've learned something on this.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, number 8 was lack of equality.
Lack of equality in the relationship. it's all kind of mishmash with some of the other subjects, really.
Yeah.
You can see the lower this top 10 has got, they're kind of struggling about.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it was like they wanted like the article to the 10 top reasons. 10 top reasons.
It's not as good with 4, is it?
Why? 3 would have been really good, actually, I think. Okay, number 9 was not being prepared for marriage. That's okay. Like, okay. Right?
Okay.
Not being prepared. You're actually, you're young,
Not ready,
too
you mean.
young. I don't know. And by the way, just so you know, there's a bit of statistics here. The highest rate of divorce is amongst 20-year-olds.
Is it really?
Yes. So I guess if you're too young, maybe, then you're not really ready for it, right? And number 10 is abuse. Oh. You just stopped speaking. Yeah. You just went,
okay.
Oh.
That's shocking. That's even in the top 10 that happens that much.
Yeah, but actually, shockingly, it should be more. It should be like higher, again, number 10.
I'm glad it isn't.
Feels like it's weird.
I
get what
you know what I mean? The number one reason is
I get how you look at it. That is true. But do you know how...
you know what I thought would be in there?
What?
I thought that'd be in there. Maybe it kind of was under one of the other subjects of having nothing in common.
Yeah.
With that person.
But then why would you...
Because I said incompatibility.
Why would you get married in the first place if you had absolutely nothing?
Well, I don't know. You're young. the sex is amazing. You think this is great. And then you realise I've got nothing in common, nothing to talk to about with my partner.
Yeah.
No shared interests, nothing.
Yeah.
And that would be, I thought would have been up there.
And I actually think that for a lot of people...
listen to, oh God, they're going on about that again. Their coin collection from the 1800s, for God's sake, whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think actually a lot of people, that's kind of what... So I think like all these things could cause just people to just really grow apart from each other. But I do think, by the way, so I know like a lot of people think, oh, it's really, when you do things separately, like then you grow apart, you don't have any joint interests, you don't, but I don't think that either, by the way.
Well, it's very important to have your own interests.
Totally. Like,
which I think a lot of people do go wrong with.
Yes. I think, I mean, again, like I'm just talking from my own experience. Like I like going and doing things without you.
Yeah,
like,
and I love it too.
I love it.
I love when you go out and leave the house.
Exactly. No, I like it.
No, not in a bad way.
And then I can come back and like talk at you.
Yeah, and then I have to pause the TV
exactly.
and wait. I hear about your fascinating evening out with your friends.
Totally.
And I wait and I press play again. Oh no, she's got a bit more. And,
exactly. So I encourage people to go and do their own thing.
No, look, I think if you
come back and talk at your husband's.
Before you got married, if you had certain hobbies, pastimes, that kids come along, they take a back seat.
Totally.
I think it's very important when you have the opportunity to start doing those things again. If those things, everyone needs their own space.
Yeah.
Whether that's, going to the gym or whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I agree. I really do agree. Okay, well, this was fun.
That's it?
Yeah, well, those were my reasons. Do you have anything to add?
Do you have a big conclusion that you've researched, you've Googled?
No, not really.
Secrets of good marriages.
No. I don't know. Oh. I don't think there's one secret anyway. No. What does that even mean? I don't know. But what I will say is that 1 out of 3 couples gets divorced, and actually,
it's 1 out of 3. What in the whole of the world?
Well, I don't know. I didn't. 1 out of 3. Okay,
yeah, you didn't go into detail.
I didn't go into detail where, but 1 out of 3. Yeah, and I agree with what you said earlier. I don't think there's a stigma anymore, and I don't think I think people should do what makes them happy.
Indeed.
Yes, and I'm sure you do take the commitment very seriously. But if it's not working, it's.
But what about there's kids involved? Which we haven't really touched.
But again, as a child of parents who eventually got divorced when I was in my mid-20s, but I guess should have gotten divorced 20 years earlier, I don't think it was good that they stayed together. And I know that for a lot of people, that is the thing that keeps them together, is the thought of this is good for my kids. But as a child of parents who should have gotten divorced and way before they did, I don't think that's right. I think everybody would have been happier if they had. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. I know you're listening. But do you know what I mean? So anyway, happy people, happy parents, right?
Indeed.
Anyway, this was fun.
Yes. Any links, any things you need to say?
No. Oh, yes. I need to say thank you very much for listening.
What the next episode we're doing next week?
Well, we're not sure what we're doing next week, but it's going to be amazing. You guys, thank you for everybody who subscribed and who has left us reviews. Please carry on leaving us reviews on iTunes because it really helps us.
If someone has sent you this thing, where can they get this podcast and let other people know about it?
So what? What
I'm
do you
just
mean?
helping you to mention.
So we are on iTunes and we are on Spotify and we are also on.
They searched hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag nailed it with Tova and Mike. He doesn't actually know the name of our podcast yet, but he will.
I wasn't consulted today. I was just told what it was called. But that's good. That's marriage. That's
Yeah, that's marriage.
Really,
he just doesn't listen. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great week.